Okay, so I thought I'd make a quick video about this. This is the SP-505 sampling workstation, and I had it for a little while, but I hadn't really had a chance to play with it and get into it much. But I really like it, and I had a SP-303, so I was kind of interested to find out what does this thing do that it doesn't do. And yeah, so for one thing, and this also works with the SP-303, but there's a smart media card here, which you can actually put into a Mac or PC and just copy WAV files right over to it. One thing I learned is that if you want to do the pitch shifting feature, you cannot use stereo samples. It has to be mono samples. So I was actually importing the samples I'm about to demonstrate with the intention of making them a pitch to see how they'd sound, but then they're stereo, so whatever. But they sound great, so it was a good trade-off, I suppose. So anyway, I just made a custom kit. Let's see, so just a quick way of navigating around. I'm still sort of learning things, but here you go. So your bank pad down here is where your kits are, essentially. You have up here, you have all kinds of user banks, and there's some chop banks, and then there's 2 pitch banks. Now, one thing I'm curious about, though, is it seems like there's a shortage of, there's only 2 chop and 2 pitch banks, which seems really limited. I don't know, maybe there's a way of making more of them or something. I'll have to look into that. But anyway, yeah, so I've got 4 samples in here that are from War of the Worlds, Jeff Wayne's musical version of War of the Worlds, and then I have some 8-bit effects I just made in SFXR, which is a really cool program. So anyway, so I'm not going to really get into programming an actual beat, but it's pretty simple. You basically just hit this record button right here, and then that basically prepares it, but it's not really recording yet until you actually hit the record button again, I believe it is, or no, sorry, it's play. And it commits it. But I'm not going to do that right now. So anyway, we'll turn that off. So I have these samples set up for looping. So you hear like, loop forever basically. And I have an echo on it right now. There's an echo effect. We'll get into that in a second. But I'll turn that off for now. So I have this one. I have this one. That was actually set to reverse. It's a short one. It's the same as the other one, but they are slightly different takes from the same song, so they kind of sound slightly different, subtle. There's this one. So what I'll do is I'll set it up like this. Okay. So then we go over to the effects section, which I like a lot because it has even more effects than the 303 has, which were a lot. As you can see here, now you turn it on, and you go to the FX sign. This chooses which actual voices down here are affected. I only have 8 samples, so I only gave you 8 to choose from, but there's also one for external. So if you don't have a live signal come in, you can have that work as well, or exclusively, of course. But I'm going to do some different effects here, so you can see I'm on delay right now. I'll just go with that for now. Taking these 3 knobs, effect things, level. He has some really cool ones too that I like a lot. Like, let's go back to this. Let's go down to yeah, slicer and flanger. And the flange effect that can be blended. But then you have all these different patterns too, like this. So yeah, this thing is really cool. So if we weren't, if we did want to actually record something, we could go like this. Okay, it counts off. Okay, so I got to set the 2 measures in. So yeah, interesting stuff. When you